Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Stephanie Aune, artist here in Concord, California. I want to take us back to some basic book construction, working with an altered book, how to choose the book, and then I want to kind of do a series of videos that shows you the basics of construction. Now, I've been working on my latest altered book here, and I go into some really detailed construction for my books. You absolutely do not have to be this detailed with pages, but I have people asking me how to do it. And so what I want to do is just kind of do a series that walks you through construction. Okay? So that's what we are going to work on. And, well, I guess let's get started with choosing a book. So this was one of the first, I'll put that in my ephemera thing. This was one of the first books I picked out, and I liked the size, and I went through and I started tearing out pages, you know, because you have to tear out pages, and then I got to looking at it and I realized this is not the type of book I want to use. I kept looking for signatures, and I would think that I would find them, but I wasn't finding. You know, it was before I really knew even, you know, how to tell whether something had a signature or not. So I'm going to show you how. This book, I think, was published in 2010. So newer books are not going to have signatures like older books. That's why we use older books. This, you know, I can always use this. I can color these pages, you know, and make this whole book into ephemera, which is probably what's going to happen to it. Or I could pull it out and use the book cover for some sort of journaling. You know, there's endless possibilities. All right, so this book I've started already to work on. Let's look at this one. Now, how do we know that this book has signatures, and how do we know that it is stitched instead of glued? Well, as we look at the spine here, we have this natural opening of where this book wants to be. All right, now when I'm looking at this, though, I can see that we're going to have a little bit of compromised, that binding's a bit compromised to that front cover. See how that pulls away? There's a bit of, this is nice and tight on the back. So I know that I'm going to have to go back through and really do something here that fixes this. I love the library thing. Anyways, so I think I did go through here and possibly already pick out the first pages of the signatures. I've looked at a lot of different books to use for this, for my altered books. So, as you can see here, let me get a little pointer. This section in here is a signature. This book wants to automatically open up to the signatures. It's old enough, and it's stitched together. All right, so you can tell that it's an actual signature by right here. You see, when a book does that, right, you've found the signature. Hopefully you can all see that. All right. And then you have the next signature right next to it. This one actually separates out really easily. Now, the concern with that separating out really easily is, you know, what is, you know, is this book going to be in good enough shape to withstand all the pressure that we're going to put on it? All right. So you can see that I went to the next signature. Oh, no. You can see the way that the page folds, right? So this is actually the end of that signature, I think. Anyways, so while we're working on this, what we're going to want to do, let's see, there's that one. Okay. Anytime that you have a signature end, this signature ends, this signature begins. These two pages need to be glued together. Why are we doing that? We are ensuring that the integrity of the book is maintained as much as we possibly can do. All right, so I'm going to take my Mod Podge, I buy it by the gallon, and I'm going to make sure that that signature, nice and generous, but even, you know, fold. Try to find out where you were at. I have no idea where I was just at. Okay, where did I just glue? Dang it. Really? Really? Fuck. Oh. Hey, there's the page right there. Yay. Gosh. All right, how about we put a marker in there of what signature I'm working on. Okay. All right. So this has glued this signature to this signature. And we want to do it at the end also. All right, so that opened right up because this is kind of a bit compromised. So we absolutely want to be sure that we are doing the best we can by our books. Because the more work you do to them, the more they're going to tear apart. And the more repairs you have to make, or you just end up having a bunch of different pages. Okay. Let's close those pages on there. And where'd they go? That's it right there. Nice thick. Okay. So if you ever hear me refer to 2 pages, it's this. 2 pages glued together. Is 2 pages glued together. That's all it is. Not rocket science. But if it's new terminology for you, you're not going to know. All right, so this book has really small signatures. If you look in the middle, you can see the threading through there. All right. So as you fold that page back, it's the easiest way to see if you've got the middle. And sometimes it's hard to tell. This book is very easy to tell where the stitching is. But as you pull it back, that's how it is right there. So let's look here at the book again and see how many different signatures we have. And as we look at the little different crevices through here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm just guesstimating here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. My guess is there's about 16 individual pages in a book is going to make it be out here like this. which is what all altered books end up being. If you've got enough, you know, really cool stuff, plus a front and back. Generally in the back, I do like to use a couple of the signatures to make something fun in the background. Or you can make something fun in the front. You can decide, you know, there's so many different things. I like to have something kind of hidden, something kind of built up. You know, sometimes you're going to use two signatures for a certain project. And then other times you'll use, you know, two separate. Basically, it's just going to depend on how you construct the book. I think I'm kind of talking in circles. I'm hopefully not. Okay. So here we have these 2 pages glued together. And we have these 2 pages glued together. This is a full signature. Now, to make my cityscape, 1, 2, 3, I needed a full signature to make the cityscape. In this case, I would need to use this full signature without removing any pages. Okay. The cityscape page took 3 pages like this and then added on. But let's not do the cityscape first. Let's work on basic options for pocket pages. Let's do that, because pockets are a great place to start.